All right, so this is my boy Pups. This is gonna be him solo portaling. Like I explained, when tanking, you want to make sure that you are facing the north side, aka the side that you came in from, because Zamaj will be there, and that's the easiest for the tank to Ellie drain. So let's see what he does. So, for example, he's solo portaling. So I would typically not destro if there's two of you downstairs. But what you want to do is you want to drop one of your, I'm going to call it overland dots. So that could be wall, that could be orb, that could be path. And you want to put two of your other spammables. So for example, I can put degen on every single crystal. I can put cripple on every single crystal. And so what this does is it gives 3 dots per crystal. And you can do this on any class. So for example, you could have degen and blast bones if you're on a crow downstairs. It can be any two, basically 2 class dots, or a class dot, a mage's guild dot, and a area of effect dot. So as you can see here, so he's going to put entropy, degen, and cripple on each of them, and then he's going to do wall for 1, path for 1, and he'll do orb here. Or never mind, he just blasted it with the, what's it called? The bow. That's what I'm thinking of. So this is obviously solo portal. You'll have help, so you can focus more on, say, 4 at a time. When they are execute, generally, if there's a necro and somebody else downstairs, the person that's downstairs will execute them, and the necro will run the orbs. If you have a tank that can run the ones that are close, it'll speed it up downstairs, obviously. But the biggest thing for portal DPS is making sure that you put 2 of dots that you can put on anything. Like I said, that could be entropy, that could be fire rune, that could be fetcher, anything like that, or cripple for a blade, or I think it's debilitate now is the one that's really good. So as long as you put those 2, and you want to put, if you put, say for example, path, blockade, or orb, by the time you go again to use those on the next crystal, it'll be up, and it will have, if not killed it, it would have keep a crystal to almost dead. Let's see if he does orb here, gets a 2. Oh, no, I forgot he uses the spectral bow shot on this one. As you can see here, both dots and an alternating dot. And that is what gets you through portals the fastest. And then if you're not in portals, you're upstairs, it's pretty much the same thing as the DK, just making sure that your dot's down and that you're hitting the boss as you're moving, whether it be the mini. If there's no mini up, obviously getting your dots down that are ranged. So for example, rune or path or something like that on the new tail as fast as possible. But we'll go ahead and pause that here. Is there any questions about portal DPS? How to maximize that damage? What's up? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So what I could do is I could, if I, for example, this isn't good, but I could run downstairs and just spin and hit degen on every single crystal. It wouldn't kill the crystals, but it would be all separate degens, and you'd see the same, like the I forget what it's called, but where it like bounces back the healing of the structured entropy in like the air. You'd see a bunch of those going off. You want to do 3 per crystal because that usually either kills it or gets it really, really low. And you want to move around the room. And the reason why you see him obviously start from behind Zamaj and work clockwise is because the tank can apply Ellie Drain on the ones that you're hitting. Because if the tank just throws Ellie Drains on random ones, the chances of them dying are a lot less. And so if it doesn't kill them, when you jump down, you can obviously execute the ones that are really low, as you saw my boy Pups do. But for the most part, as long as you put 3 dots per, you'll be set. You can also, for example, you can put 3 dots on one and do spammables on the next, and then put 3 dots on one, spammables on the next if you have 2 people down there, because it's not as crucial. This is just if you want to kill them as fast as possible to get upstairs. Any other questions? Before I get into healing. All right, I'm gonna